That's good.
Wow. How long you been doing this this one here?
I started it on last week Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been, actually I've only been able to do 5 days of work on it.
5 days? That's outstanding for
Yeah,
5 days,
and I
man.
also did the one over there too.
Oh, I haven't even seen that.
Yeah,
I gotta
another
go
one
check
says
that. Well,
It says Jamaica on it. It's gonna say Lico Jamaica.
mm-hmm.
I just gotta finish it off. So
Oh wow.
yeah, busy today and tomorrow.
So how long will this one take?
Well, but I'm almost done. I'll get it done by tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay.
So to
Wow.
finish these 2 characters here, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll be done. But yeah.
So you just got some photos and you got to. How do you choose your selection?
Oh, I just put together the concept myself for what I wanted to look, and then yeah, away I was before I knew it. I was painting it. It was sitting actually on the shelf for a minute because council called needs to get the green light from the owner of the building before we can proceed. But yeah, finally that happened, and here we are.
And that they won't destroy it if they sell it, the building.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You know, you get the opportunity to paint, and it's all left to the community, right? It's out there. It's public space, you know.
So the start of it was what? Was the lighter colors at the bottom there? You do the background?
Yeah. I start off by just priming it all. So I just pretty much primed it all white, and then that top part over there was blue. And then yeah, just build from there. Yeah, really quick. That's what I love about spray painting. You can do so much so quickly. So this happens really
Because
fast.
it looks so big, you think that it takes more work and more detail and more attention to detail.
Yeah, it takes a lot of know-how in order to use it, because it's just a spray, right? That's what you're working with.
See.
So you're constantly cutting, and I got to plan it out, deal with the space. It's a lot of thought beforehand, but once that thought process is engaged, then I'm at it, you know, and I work out the formula.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, this is Bob. This is wisdom. I keep on saying Bob Wisdom, Barber Wisdom for the name. But you definitely captured wisdom over here, man.
Thank you.
It is
This is my finest piece. It feels like every time I do a new piece, it's better.
You think so?
Yeah, that's how I feel in my heart.
Find it at REGGAE LANE, man.
Oh yeah,
Find it
I
on,
think yeah.
The
It is slightly. Just a little bit.
Because tell me something. Speaking of REGGAE LANE, you might not remember, and I'm not trying to embarrass you, but my name is also the Eglinton Jerk, so I always got to ask a question. I saw when you were doing the earlier version of the eastern side of REGGAE LANE.
Yeah.
And I saw, I must be going wrong, I saw Calypso Woes in there at one point.
First concept was feature, but the problem, of course, was that Calypso, it was supposed to be reggae, you know.
Dig.
But yeah, more, you know, in time.
But then you came back around and, you know, covered it up and then just went on.
Yeah. The first one did have it. There was changes because there's, you know, there's only so much room and so many people you can put on it. So we were very, selective of who was represented. But as you can see, Jimmy Wisdom could have very easily been on that wall, but here opportunity came up, and here he is on this one.
He's got his own wall.
He's got his own big wall, right? So, sometimes when God closes the door, it opens up a window, right? So he opens the window.
So this explain the concept then. So this is him in Jamaica. Oh yeah, I remember that photo of him in that.
You recognize it?
Oh yes, of course. That's a nice picture of you too. I'm kind of leading a little bit.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that one there, and I just really wanted to get a nice scenic view, especially as we're going into the colder season. I can't go for any kind of vacation this year. Nobody can really. So this background is supposed to be like my own little oasis.
So when you say your best painting, best work so far, in a way,
this is my best
this is
work.
Is it based on the coloration, the man himself, the music itself, the neighborhood itself?
Well, what do you mean best in terms of, I think, in terms of execution.
Your execution and technique, yeah.
Technique and execution. But I mean, when I think of obviously the Young Street murals are massive.
Oh yes,
they're the largest by one individual artist ever done. So
absolutely.
So it's that'll always be my apex. That's what I always feel to be measured up to. So I take all these opportunities and do the best I can and try to push myself and push the envelope.
How did you get up? You had a crane? You were up in one of them?
Oh, for that one? No. I used a swing stage. A swing stage, you'll see like window washers and guys doing window works or whatever. They'll be coming down the building. That's the same apparatus that was used for that. Yeah, for both sides. And it took about 2.5 months to do each side. A lot of work. Again, spray paints, super durable. You know, I spray it, I can leave and come back without. If it rains, it's gonna stay. So it's got its benefits.
You ever had problems with pigeons?
Oh, it was funny we're talking about that because when I was doing the Young Street murals, wasn't so much of a problem. There was just like there was an electrical box unit, and the pigeons were just living there, and for who knows how long they were just, that was kind of like home for them. So when I got in there and I started to work, I had to like figure out a way to work around them. There were baby pigeons being hatched, so I didn't want to disturb that. Yeah, so it wasn't so much of a problem. It was just like, you know, you get into these environments and you got to respect what's been there before you, you know? Yeah.
And Ike's green and gold and the shoreline, the sea, wisdom in his age. Wisdom in his wisdom age.
In his wisdom age, right?
Yes. The earlier wisdom, the musical wisdom there.
Yeah. And this one here is going to be him actually cutting here. So he got him in the pose there, and there's going to be a whole graphic part that's going to be on there as well.
So you're going to have somebody there underneath here?
No. It's a surprise. I don't want to say too much.
Okay.
But when you come back, you'll see what I have in mind for that. But I'm going to work that into the concept.
Oh, man. Thank you. So what's next after this, boo? Because you're all over. You must be in demand.
Yeah, well, literally after this, I'm working on another mural down on College and Brock area. It's on two-corner building. It's going to be really fun. So that's the next project.
Well, and of course, you're working in a genre that was started out being super duper illegal.
Oh, what's that? Oh, well, you know what? The medium is really what was legal. I've only been spray painting for about 10 years. So when I got into it, it was all legal. And everything I've done has always been commissioned. So it was never like I was doing this in the alleyway or none of that. I had respect for it and appreciation, but I'm classically trained, so I was kind of, you know, kept that respect.
So you had to make some changes from your classical training to this?
Well, yeah, there's the adapting to using spray paints, right? It's a whole medium, and you don't learn it in school because nobody teaches that.
Yeah.
So you gotta, you know, you just gotta learn as you go.
Mistakes, and you learn by your mistakes?
Yeah. I mean, I look back at my first couple paintings, and I'm like, wow. Now it's getting more to, I'm able to control the medium, so I can do stuff to my skill set.
Do you miss? It's a double-edged question. Do you miss the more classical approach, and what do some of your classical approach friends, colleagues from back in the day thought, especially in the beginning when you made the switch?
Oh well, everybody appreciates the fact that I can go so big. So that's really what I love about that. Was the challenge and what pushed me to want to do spray painting, because you can go so big, do massive pieces on massive walls, and tell big stories. So it's fun to do small stuff. I mean, it's not like that's going anywhere. We're doing oil paintings, watercolors. A lot of times I'll do a watercolor painting before I do the actual piece, just because I like that aesthetic, that feel. So it all tends to overlap.
Best of both worlds in a way.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
How do you explain your style? What's your approach? What's your style?
I'm very illustrative in it, but I'm super realism. So hyper-realism is definitely a style that resonates with me. It's just kind of pushing the envelope on the realism, you know what I mean? As you can see, the colors are really brighter and more vivid and more vibrant. That's my style.
Wow, excellent work, Budman. I'm going to come back and see another spot. So all around here is...
Yeah, it's a big surprise.
Oh.
I do look forward to seeing you again, Clifton.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Respect it.
Let's go across and see the other spot, because I didn't even know there was a second work that Mr. Hayles was doing just across the street.